Welcome back to Let's Play Deathmark. It's just momentary confusion there. It's like, is the right save file? So, where we last left off, we were taking a lovely little stroll through H-Forest. Get up. Keep this spot in mind right here. It's important. I overlooked it when I first went through this, and it screwed me over. Carefully approach it, but I don't see any bees. Open the box. Find a metal tool inside. Ah, what's this doing here? Hey, why not grab it? What is that noise I'm hearing? Can't tell if it's ambience from the game or my PS4 making noises. Like it. It's kind of confusing when you go the opposite way, because then you see it on the opposite side of the screen. It's a nice little touch, but it can throw me off sometimes. Something's written in Sanskrit, but the letters are blurry. It just looks like a stain. See the entrance to a beef trail off to the side. Just a grave marker, but nothing's unusual about it. Step into the empty clearing. The air is filled with the buzzing of bees. There appears to be a giant beehive here. Probably wouldn't be wise to keep going without doing something about them first. Things are dangerous. Oh man, don't push your luck. We're not dealing with, regular bees. We be the haste retreats. Wait, really? Oh yeah, I remember now. Yeah. We've only got part of what we need to get past the bees. Man, it feels weird recording without my fan on. But this game's quieter. Well, digital novel game, whatever you want to see it as. Than, the games I let's play on my main channel. So I'd like it to have so that it picks up the audio from the TV just enough so it makes it easy, sort of, to sync up the audio. I think we use the crowbar on this. Take out the crowbar and shove it under the lid of the toolbox. Put pressure on it using it as a lever. Toolbox pops up. It's got the sprayer. Now I can use a variety of drugs. That just sounds weird out of context, doesn't it? Manipulators will themselves be manipulated. What's that thing? Sudden voice makes me jump, but I shake it off and turn toward it. It's a tool that sprays chemicals and pesticides. You put a container of drugs in here and then use. I quickly demonstrate how it works. Shou scratched his face, his brow furrowed. But those two words jumbled together there. You sure know a lot, old man. I'll let you handle it then. And now I'm suddenly in charge of it. But I want to spray a drug, I'll have to choose which drug to use. But is this thing really that hard to figure out? Oh, I've never seen it before, but I still knew how to use it right away. I think even Mashida is a bit like I don't know how this thing works. If you take him along with you, that is. So now we can get past those bees. Wait. It's because it changes perspective. Gotta pay attention to the map there as well. It can get a bit confusing sometimes. Especially in this area. There's one other area in the game that's also pretty damn confusing as well. The layout, because it's a large area. Bees! There appears to be a giant beehive here. Probably wouldn't be wise to keep going without doing something about that first. Oh yeah, there's that. I take out the sprayer and hold it in one hand. I should be able to use this to spray drugs. I've no idea how far the sprayer can reach, but the hive's not too high up. I should be able to reach it. Oh yeah, I think you gotta use it with that. Take out the night and put it in the sprayer. Take careful aim and spray the drug. The bees' movements get slower. Eventually the hive falls completely silent. Used up one bottle of night. That sounds every hive in this area, and now we can pass through. Yeah, alright. Way to go, old man. You got this. Don't think there's anything else on the screen. Whoa! Did you just hear some kind of animal? I heard it. It sounds familiar. Been around, I wonder if it's... And yep, that rabbit hops in front of me. A bunny? Wait, what? Am I seeing that right before the... Making it look like it's supposed to be speech, but it isn't. The rabbit stares at us completely still. It's almost like it's waiting for us to follow. Hey, wait. The next thing I know, I'm rushing after it. Hey, what do you think you're doing, old man? Going, old man. That rabbit was at H Elementary. It showed up and guided us when we were in trouble. That's not some normal rabbit. It's definitely acting with intent. At last, the rabbit guides me to an old Shinto torii gate. Now, since it's got, it's torii, so would it be... would the E be a bit more drawn out, like torii? Or would it be twice, like torii? 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 I don't know. There's a shrine here. Rabbit looks back. Then soundlessly it turns from the gate and hops into a bush near them. That didn't sound very soundlessly to me. Hey, old man! Don't mess with me like that. You're nuts running off like that. The hell's with that buddy anyway? Something's bothering me about this. I lost sight of it here, though. Just then, from out of the darkness, bees! A huge swarm of bees descends on us. Shit, watch out, there's bees everywhere. Damn, we gotta get out of here. Shou pulls my arm and we stumble back to the earlier crossroad. No info was added to the file to the shrine. I thought that was a noose then. Just check. Because we can go in 3 different directions here. But not this one. You don't have any. So leave. And this is where things really throw you off perspective-wise. Yeah. Oh, wait. Come back to something. Yeah, you maybe, I don't know, spray some drugs up bees or something. Could come, man, but there's a hive up the gate too. There's no way I can spray up there. Damn, can't do it, huh? So it might be at a try. True enough, but that time the rabbit brought me here, it didn't try to go inside. Probably because all the bees. I bet there's no reason to force our way inside. Storm descends on us again. Crap, I'm getting out of here. You leave the gate as if being driven away, which you were. You have been driven away by bees. Just checking there's no pesky ghosts around. It's noticeably dirty, as if someone hasn't been looking after it. The moss is growing on its back. I pat around the G to the statue and search it, and there's a strange gesture on its moss-covered back. When I brush away the moss, I find a yellow paper stuck to the statue. Of course, a worthy talisman. Soul power. There's a small crack between the doors. I can only imagine that creates a bad draft. Sliding door one open. They seem to be locked. Nothing a good old crowbar can't take care of. I take a grab and jam it between the doors. Yeah, do it. It's the fastest way. But I can't break the lock. I throw my body weight behind the crowbar 2 or 3 times, then there's a sound of metal breaking. What? Nani? Crowbar snaps completely into 2 pieces. Lost crowbar and got broken crowbar. Too much force, old man. At least the lock got busted too. Good. Hurry up and look inside. You overdid it, man. The door's a mess. You made it even harder to open now. Push the door open and step inside. I'll need to run into something. If you come any closer, I'll sue. A woman is backed up in a defensive stance. I'm a black belt in Taekwondo. If you try anything, I'll... Shut up, old lady! Old? At Shou's roar, the woman shrieks and falls silent, eyes wide. It's incredibly rude, but honestly I'm grateful. By the way, if Mashito was with you, he basically does the same thing. He just tells her to shut up. We wait for the woman to calm down before asking what she's doing here. Forgive me, it was all a misunderstanding on my part. I'm Christie Arimura, freelance news anchor, though I haven't done much recently. Wait, I've seen you. You're that woman that was in the news. Wow, it's really true. Celebs are beautiful person. Cut that out. This isn't the time for flattery. She says that, but she doesn't sound that upset. She seems to love being complimented. Anyway, what are you doing out here? Her expression clouds over. Well, show us. You really have to ask. You lost your tact in your old age. Masao Kimura's face comes to mind. That's right, it's blisters. He's going to die. Yes, I know full well just how stupid it is. But sometimes that's the only choice you have left. I should have known better. Such a thoughtless question passed my lips. I wish I could blame the mark for this. Oh yeah, I heard something about you fooling around with an old celebrity. Not that I care about that stuff. That's why I came out here, so I wouldn't cause trouble for you. Again, if Mashito was with you, he knows about the case a little bit more in detail. He's a bit more... Would snide be the right word? You know, he's a bit more kind of like, oh yes, yes, I know all about you. I remember your case. While, you know, Shou is just like, oh yeah, I heard about you on the news, yeah. Something about, you know, we slept. At the very end, I thought about calling someone, but couldn't, so I made up my mind. Then in the forest. I have a bad feeling about this. What was in the forest? A huge man, an extremely huge man. No, actually, I'm not sure if he was really human or not. But I saw a figure like that. Then I suddenly got scared. So I ran into this cottage. I'm here to kill myself and I just run from danger. I'm a riot. What's wrong? You two aren't saying anything. That's the same as what I... Yeah. Christie must have seen Shimi-O. Which means she must also... Have you gotten a weird scar recently? One that stings every now and then. I know the answer just from her reaction. How'd you know? I only just noticed it myself. It's a strange bite mark on my palm. This is crazy. Someone receives a mark when they've already planned suicide. The height of irony. Hey, oh man, what are we supposed to do now? Now, can you imagine? You know, everyone has the mark on different parts of the body. It's like, Moe had it on her leg or something, on her thigh. Christie has it on her palm. I think it's like near the wrist on Yashiki's right arm. I forget where it is for Shou Master when he had it. It's on his left hand, I think, or something like that. But the point is, can you imagine if there was a CG for every character's mark instead of just a protagonist? The artist like, bloody hell, man. Just doing anatomy here. It's just like, okay. It's just like, this is practice for anatomy, but we're drawing the mark on there. Lady came to help herself, you know. Did I read the previous line? Yeah. Is there any point in helping her? Help me! I'm not going to kill myself anymore, I swear. So please, I'm terrified. Her eyes are so serious, she must mean what she says. Might only be a temporary change of heart, but... Alright, we'll help you. Our home base is Kuja Mansion. We need to go. Stop messing with the flashlight, old man. What's happening? The light won't turn on. This has happened before, but back then. I got it to go back on. But this time it's not working. Ah! What was that? A noise from behind the cottage. Something there. Shit, it's no use. I give up on the flashlight and stuff it in my bag. What's the plan now? Do we bunker down in this cottage so we can't even lock up? Or we have to run out of the forest? Are you insane? Staying here would be suicide. Well, it is a suicide forest, but... where did I put the dictionary? Oh wait, there it is. I wonder if the word insane is in here. I kinda doubt it. Insane, are you in here? Yep, unsurprisingly, insane is not in here. Maybe it would be in the Japanese section, but I wouldn't have any frame of reference for where to search on that part. This place is strangely clean. That means someone is coming. You mean he comes here? Let's go. We walked all the way here. We should know how to get back. You're seriously going? Are you mad? Sorry, but we're out of time. Stay here if you want. Or something. Well, how about mad? Is mad in here? Or madness? Or crazy, you know? Well, mad, adjective crazy is in fact in here. Ichigaimo. So wait, that's a bit of a mouthful, but that's what it is. Alright, I have time to stay here if you want. I will stop you on the car and break this line. Ah! We step out into the pitch blackness. And isn't that dark? Who's speaking now? Because nobody's on screen. Damn it, I can hardly see. Anyway, we need to go straight back to the entrance with no detours. I've got no idea where you could be with us. Words leave me in a hush. If I hadn't spit them out, I'd never finish. My voice is starting to shake too much. Good for us out of the spirit file, I'm off there in a cot. Now's not the time for that. We gotta get the fuck out of here. Luckily, they will point out where to go next. But we're at a fork already. Which way? Where do we go? I think east. We came from the east. So if you don't know east from west, you're kind of screwed. Okay. Yeah! Oh yeah, old lady. You don't even sound like an old lady. Someone's coming closer. You need to get out of here fast. Another fork. Which way this time? South, south. The exit should be straight ahead from there. Quite. Something's passing through the bushes right by us. Shit, is he following us? Even if he is, we have to keep going. It's nuts. No way we can just stand around anymore. Right, let's go. Wait a second. Christie suddenly stops. What's wrong? Someone's coming. I'm telling you, someone's coming. Out from the darkness jumps Ashida. So this is where you were. You're closer than I thought. Wait, why are you here? Had a bad feeling, so I grabbed the car and made my way here. I mean, by grab a car, do you mean your own car? You caught a taxi or something, or did you just go full GTA and just like, you know, bashed open someone's car window and like, I'll be taking this? By the way, if you go with Master here, Shou actually shows up at this point instead of Master. I remember, because like I said, I came across this game when I watched Manly Badass Hero play it. And I watched him play it up till the 3rd chapter, which is the next chapter. Or maybe it was even right towards the end of this chapter. But he got the same thing here, with Master showing up. And it kind of makes it seem... I don't know, it makes it feel like, okay, so Master shows up if you don't take him with you. But no, Shou also will show up in its place if you take Master with you. I just didn't go with that route because I'm like, hey, we'll take over this just to show, you know, his character a bit. Looks like you're in a rough spot. Say that again. Anyway, we're on our way back. Good plan. I should have glanced over at Christie. Run now, explain later. We gotta get out of here. We reach the entrance safe and sound. Creepy murder on the arch is such a familiar sight now. Alright, if we made it this far, then we must be... Yeah, it's all good now. Christie doesn't move. She looks worried, staring off at the forest entrance. What's wrong? Over there. Doesn't it look like someone's there? She's looking at a picnic table hiding in the gloom next to the gate. My gaze is drawn over her as if by night. Oh boy. The scene before me is strange. There's a huge misshapen man with bees crawling all over his face. My eyes fixate on his mouth. He looks like he's laughing. My heart thunders painfully when I catch a glimpse of the little figure sitting beside him. It's him, that man. He's going to commit suicide. Shou, Kimura, it's definitely him. Control those that are different and exercise. It's like, is that exercise as in, exercise spirits, or exercise as in, go for our jogs? Like, what do you bloody think it is? Strange voice echoed in my head. My vision warps. He's dead. Kimura's dead. When? Why is he on the bench? My legs give out, and when I can finally focus enough, I find myself kneeling on the ground. Oh man, keep it together. It's still okay. He hasn't seen us. We have to escape while we can. Christie's completely out of it. She won't move an inch unless someone grabs her. Let's go. We'll go into the parking lot. Quiet. Shou, you bring her. You got it. Come on, Master, let's go. Master. He's gone. I took my eyes off him for 2 seconds and was not by the bench anymore. Disappeared. A machine growls in the undergrowth near us. This CG appears anyway after spotting him. Now he's right there. Run! I don't know who's speaking, but run! Oh, that was Master. Master yells, scrambling away. A hollow bang rings out from behind him. Gunshots. Must be Master. I had no idea he had a gun. I dive headfirst into the car, slamming my head accidentally into the scooter. Master tumbles into the passenger seat. You didn't tell me you had a gun. I don't think now's the time to be questioning why he's got a gun. Why would I tell you? No time to talk, just hit the gas. Try it. The road stops. Because of course, classic, horror movie trope there. Shit. Oh man, what are you doing? Master looks through the front windshield at a figure above. Hurry up, it's coming. Shoot it! Shoot the fucking thing! Christie covers in the back seat, her head in her hands. Was that her saying that, or Shou? But Christie's just cowering so many ways. Shou. Please, God. Here! Something bumps the hood of the car, the whole vehicle comes out. Then... turned off. Go, let's get the hell out of here. I find it interesting, there's characters that don't even make an appearance in a CG. It's like I said, the sequel, I suppose because, it wasn't released all that long after the first game here. But I suppose they had some other time to, develop it, and they've already made one game, so they kind of, established this, so they're like, okay, we can do something a bit more, in depth, and it's, you know, have less characters but make these characters more developed. So you have more CGs for the characters. Although saying that, there is one character that only gets one CG appearance, which is a bit odd. And you got like a minimum of at least one, you know, depth CG for each character, except one. But in this one, you don't have any depth CGs, I don't think, that I can recall. At least for any of the main characters, anyway. So, like, their appearance in, like, that one CG we just saw, it's like, that's the only CG that... Well, never mind. No, actually, no. Well, it could have been the only CG where Christie could have potentially made an appearance then. Because she does not appear in any CGs whatsoever. And that was her one chance to be in a CG. And she blew it. She was cowering in the back, so she was out of view, so she's not in the CG. Tires squealing, we race out of the parking lot. Blew it, Christie. That was your one chance to get a CG appearance. You know, the only other character so far that we've seen that also doesn't have a CG is Tsukasa. It's like, you know, on this save file he survives, but, you know, on the other one he dies, and in both scenarios, no CG. Since this is I'm also going to be going for the good end. There is a chapter post-game, and we'll kind of like, bit of a spoilers of sorts. You know, when everyone survives, you get a final chapter, and every character will at least make a cameo appearance in that chapter, essentially. And some of them even get a CG appearance, but Skasta, no, he doesn't get it. Gets a cameo appearance, but no CG. Same with Christie. Unspeakable sense of relief fills the car. If feeling truly alive is a real sensation, then it most definitely feels like this. The greatest irony is that the only time you can feel truly alive is when you have a brush with death. No one speaks for a while, we're all soaking in that feeling. It's only after we've left the mountain and reached buildings again that I feel like talking. Still. It's just like, what a way to open a conversation. It's like, still, you know? It's about 5 minutes later, but I glance through the rear view mirror and then at the passenger seats. Both Master and Shou are looking out their windows. It's really okay for you to come with me. It's very fine service. Obviously, I came with her permission. I shouldn't be living talks. If I hadn't, I wouldn't have come. I get it. The same, like I said, with Shou. Shou will appear instead if you take Master with you. So it feels like that big reveal of him having a gun is like, oh, that only happens if you don't bring it. No, it happens either way, really. I guess Shou just comes to check on it. It's like, I've got my trusty bat, but he doesn't really use it on it. It doesn't change anything. That scene plays out the same, more or less, after that. It's like, it's obviously a different scene when you, like, meet him. Once you get to the entrance to the forest, scene's pretty much the same. It's Mary must have also guessed that we were in danger. So what happened to that expedition? Who's that woman behind us? Oh, right. I tell him everything I know so far about Christie Arimura. She offers up some details as well. The moment her background comes to light, Masha smiles coldly. Arimura. Right now that you mention it, I do remember him. You can see if you take him with, he'd be a bit more familiar. It's like as soon as I think he might even recognize her before she introduced herself here. I can't remember. It's been a while. You were fired of that scandal. Why, I never. Should I be disgusted or amazed at his news? But these scars you all have, what would they call it? Marks. Thanks. So you all have these marks. What happens when you have them? Well, Ashta butts in from the bathroom suits. You die in a few days' time, suffering from something like amnesia. You zone out and your brain takes a vacation. It all happened to me. Shou scoffs. You talk like it's someone else's problem. Sure. Ashta didn't mean it like that. You can only be blunt when discussing this. Doesn't look like Shou will buy that excuse though. Yes, it really is not. It is not your problem. After all, you don't have a mark anymore. Huh? What's he talking about? Oh, well, you see, Ashta had already lost Hanahiko's mark. It's free now. So there's no good reason for him to be here in this way. You're putting yourself in danger for the truth. I can't believe it. You're like a saint. Christie's exaggerated compliment is drowned out by Master's sardonic laugh. It's nothing that. But thanks to that, I've learned the thing I most want to do. And what's that? When and how people get the mark. First time I was oblivious, but this time I was aware of it. Ashta, you don't mean. He gives me his usual crooked grin and shows me his wrist. Sure enough, his skin is blemished by a scar that looks like a spirit's bite. Shou cries out, a look of horror on his face. Come on, no way! Did you seriously do that? And give it up already. Someone else's problem, guys. So just shut it. That also plays out the same regardless as well. You think, like, you know, if you take Master with you, it'd be like, oh yeah, and that's how he got the mark, because he was with us the whole time. But he only just kind of shows up at the end, but you know, Shimi-O was nearby, so he gets the mark regardless. Ashta, could I say something? What's wrong? Nothing's wrong. You never told me you had a gun. Oh, that's... He laughs scornfully and shoves a paper bag into my hands. I open the bag and find a revolver-style handgun at the bottom. You'd think there'd be like a CG show in it or something, wouldn't you? But no. You wanted to take it. That's not why I... Ashta keeps on talking without stopping to hear what I have to say. It's loaded with 5 bullets. You can hang on to it. But promise me. Promise you what? Don't use it on anything other than the spirits. Not that there's any proof it will work on them. Of course. Have any experience with guns? There's no way I would. We're in Japan, for crying out loud. To be fair, I don't really know. At the very least, right now I'm not getting the feeling that I can handle the gun. Oh. Only use it under extreme stress. With no experience, it won't hit your mark. No pun intended. Well, whatever. If I'm there, just leave the shooting to me. That's pretty much like, you know... From the start of this chapter, we see that Shou... You know, he has a weapon of his own, a baseball bat. So now, as revealed, Master has a gun. So you know, when the inevitable confrontation happens, you got 2 different weapons for each character. And by that I mean each character has a unique weapon, so yeah. You can face the spirit some other way. Did I read that? Well, whatever, man, just, yeah. You can only use the gun if you're a part of the Master. Yeah, that's how it was at H Elementary too. And for God's sake, keep it hidden. Gun possession gets you 3 years penal. I'd get hit with 1 to 10 myself just for giving it. Shooting a single bullet would get you more than 3 years, if not a life sentence. So you're telling me not to use it? No, I'm just telling you that if it's restricted that badly by the law, it's got that kind of power. Got handgun. Mark's cult grows more vivid. Early dawn, a few hours left until death closes in. And now, we conclude this part. You know, it's just like, where am I going with this? It's like I checked uploads just to see if there's been any comments since this chapter began. There hasn't been. And I was like scrolling down and seeing the Shou to Let's Play and seeing like the length of the videos. I feel like when I record with a capture card, I tend to record longer, and it's like when I recorded for Shou, I was recording it directly off the laptop with this, screen capture. So I'd like record for like nearly 2 hours, sometimes over 2 hours, but then I could split into multiple parts. I don't really do that when I use the capture card there. So I want to try to keep these parts not overly long, if at all possible, essentially. Also, I've noticed the part where I cleared chapter 1 still has 0 views on this. I wonder if it's 0 views because nobody has watched the whole thing through. It's like someone or a couple of people who've clicked on it and be like, watch the first 3 minutes and then it's like, I'll watch the rest some other time, maybe next month, I don't know. Views, not much on this one, unsurprisingly. But anyways, I shall see you next time, viewers. See you next time.